All right. So it's been a minute since we have updated you guys, and I have a few things to go over today. So I'm going to update everybody over the crypto market to start, touching on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and alts. We're also going to look over the stock market, which is going to go over the US 30 as well as the Qs. And I also want to choose and pick on a little stock called Amazon. We're also going to take a nice look at a hedge opportunity with commodities. So we're going to be looking at silver today. If you don't know the ticker for that, it's XAG. USD. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and dive in real quick. If you guys have any questions, again, ask those at the bottom and we'll try to get those answered. So, starting off with everything, I do want to touch on crypto. So, we're going to look firstly at Ethereum. Now, there is a couple things happening. Now, the first thing that I am watching for is a possible 5 count down. Now, this 5 count down, what we're looking at is we're either going to, there's two options here. So it looks like we have a wave one down, we have a wave two retrace, a wave three impulse, and we are still in the midst of trying to figure out right here in this yellow bubble, are we actually fully corrected in a wave four, satisfactory with the 21% retrace, or are we actually still looking for a higher retrace of the 38%? If we get that 38% retrace, then we are still looking for a $1,400 to $1,500 Ethereum price before we see any more downside. So that would mean you'd follow the green arrow, meaning we have still upside pending and we are a little early on the shorting. So currently we're long, but we are going to just cautiously move around in this market because you don't want to get caught with your mouth open. So right now, the second option is that if we already have retraced with the 21%, it's all satisfactory, everything's good to go. You are looking at a wave five down, and yes, that is not wrong. You are looking at $600 as the price target, and that will be happening within the next 3-4 months. So you're going to see a panic, happen in the market. This is going to be a sell-off event, I guess you can say. So, like I said, right now what we're watching for is a slick move to possibly be in a wave two downside. If we are in the wave five going down, we're looking for a move on Ethereum currently to move up towards 1160 to 1180, possibly even touching into the 1200s before seeing our $800 dip. And then eventually, yes, going back down to that 600s for that panic sell-off event. I do not believe that the low is set for Ethereum, so that will be where I stand. We're going to move on to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a very similar coin. The thing that I'm still wondering is, are we again same old thing with this yellow box? Looks like a wave one, wave two, wave three. Now wave four, we can't actually put our thumb on it. We still have the opportunity to go up to a 38% retrace, but we could also satisfactorily be there at 21% and looking for a fall back down now. If this is the idea that we are rocking with, in that we have already satisfactorily hit, well, guys, you're looking for a $13,000 ETH. I'm personally going to say 14K is the thing that I'm watching. But ultimately, again, we don't have to be in this, wave five down yet. We still could be waiting for a wave four higher high. If that is the case, yes, you're looking for a $25,000 to a $26,000 Bitcoin before you actually have the fall and the collapse lower to still, yes, 14,000. I don't think that the low is actually set for Bitcoin. It's very similar to the ETH standpoint that I have. It's just going to be kind of like a waiting, just let's see what happens. Let's see if we can maneuver the right way. If we get a higher high out of this, watch for the 26,000 level and then look for a dump. If the higher high never comes and we don't ever pass 22K, you are looking at 21% being satisfactory and wave four fully complete. Therefore, wave five moving down to the downside, seeing 14K. So again, I do not think the lows are set for either crypto, Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now moving on to alts, these show a different picture. It gives me a belief that maybe Bitcoin and ETH can be in a wave four still, as the 21% or the 38% has not touched yet. So this still kind of means alts could be at a possible standpoint for rallies. They're prepped in every standpoint because they haven't actually hit, which does help our theory of buying the Ethereum dip and waiting to see what happens with this next move up if we do get that 1180 to 1200 move. So if this is in wave four still, what you're looking for is a nice move up, and roughly you'll see the altcoins move up another 20% to a possible another 50%. So there's a good possibility that the altcoins still have a major rally ahead of them. And that could be altcoin season brewing up right in front of your face, depending on how Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to act. If we're still in wave four, altcoin season is still on like Donkey Kong, and you still have one more lower low to drop. Now that drop is going to be tremendous. If we do hit the 21% retrace and fall, you're looking at a 50% drop for altcoins. So wave 4 still could be on the table. This is the only thing that gives me a little bit of a hope that maybe we are still going back up a little bit. But due to the lack of the completion, that's the only reason why I would stay bullish on this. Now, let's take a look. And, personally, I still do not think the lows are set for all coins. So we will stop it there. But that is a touch on the crypto market, and the tone is still moving to the downside. We want to move on to the stock market. So we're going to look at the US 30. Stock market health seems pretty much downhill from here. Looks like wave 4 completed at the proper 38% retrace zone, which means we should probably be flushing down another 9%, just on a rough estimate here. If we do get that 9% flush, target's going to be 28,000.3K. That would mean that there's another major crash brewing for the stock market before calling a true low. So I personally do not think that the lows are set here as well. But I don't want to just dabble on. It's still the same exact setup with a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. Wave 4 actually did fully complete. Therefore, we don't really we're not really confused here on what's supposed to be happening next. It should be another flush down 9% more. So if we get that to come, you guys already know who is telling you what's going on. So, enough about this side of the stock market. We're going to talk about the other side, which is the Qs, right? So QQQ, these are very important due to the fact that they are some of the strongest leading tech stocks, which has been a huge part of this rally coming off the COVID crash. We can see that we're still in a mid stage. This is not as clear as the last one that we just looked at, being that this is the 21% retrace and this is the 38% retrace. So we are still kind of like Bitcoin and Ethereum, where we're in a very middle stage where we could either go back up to the upside, which would take us to 304, which at this level currently is going to give you a 5% swing to the upside. You guys play options, that'll do something. If we don't ever get that swing up towards 304, well, the game plan means we should stay under 288, therefore pushing us back down towards 246, 247. So somewhere in that 250 range, that should be cooking up, before the end of the year. Ultimately, like I said, if you are seeing a higher high come out of this, watch for that $304 level before taking a short, possibly leading to another crash. We never get back above 290 and we stay and keep dropping and crash from here. This could be wave 1, wave 2, and then wave 3 brewing. So you would have a major crash coming as well. Now, I do want to move on to Amazon, but just for sake of time, we have the US 30 and the QQQ rounded about. They are both not where I believe the low is fully set. So I do think there is still some lows coming for both the stock market sides. Whether you go tech, whether you just go with the US 30, aka the SPY. Now this will give me a nice lead into Amazon, which is a micro setup. We were looking at macro setups on everything else, but this is one of the favorite picks that I have out of the stocks to short. I just love the micro setup. It's very clean. It looks clear as day that we've already corrected in wave 4. We pinpointly touched the 38%, and now we're pending a lower low towards the 90s, I do believe, or the high 80s. Looks like 88 is the target there. But so far, that is what we are looking for. Again, here, I do not believe the lows are fully set, so we are going to watch there. And to round it all about and come full circle, yes, you're seeing that correct. This is XAGUSD, or silver, a beautiful commodity, and I think it'll help you out a lot during this time of shakiness in the market. This is basically a bull flag formation that I'm watching. If we trigger the 0.5 Fibonacci, that'll touch at 1876, which is this yellow pinpoint right here. If we do touch, I'm expecting a bull flag formation on the 3-day to 5-day setup, and this would give us a great opportunity. It looks like there would be a spring reaction, and the reaction would take us towards the high 30s. Target would actually end us up at around $39 for a 108% gain from the current levels. So if we do get this to fill, it's going to be a great hedge against the rest of the market during this crazy time of shakiness. Especially when the market's collapsing, this is going to be a great opportunity to hedge yourself and to stay safe. If you don't want to particularly short, this is an alternative route. So you could long silver. But all in all, let's go ahead and give a end thesis to everything. Again, like I was saying, when it comes to Ethereum, we are still watching for two different things. Stock markets and crypto, they do not look like they are going to be, you know, going up anytime soon. They look like they still have lower lows pending. So I would say that you do have a nasty fall coming. They look like we're pretty much in an indecisive period. It's very possible that we could move up for one more leg higher before collapsing to a new recent low, or we have already met the criteria and we are technically already on the way down. Either way, we're still going to lead to a downside where I do not believe that the lows are fully set in either market. So be very cautious about that. If you're going to, let's give percentages, I guess, for what I can expect or what you can expect in the next, 4 or 5 months. You are going to be looking for Ethereum with a 46% drop possibility. You're going to be looking at Bitcoin with a 38% drop possibility. Roughly, you're looking at 40% for another crypto crash. So another 40% drop is on the table. It's very possible, and it's not invalidated one bit. So just kind of keep that in your mind. Crypto is a very volatile asset, and it is still very far away from where I believe we can call a safe zone to buy on spot and long term some coins. Now, moving on to the stock market side of things, the QQQ, we still see a 14% drop brewing for this, which is a nasty fall. Could really tear down some stocks and a lot of the stock market. I still see a 9% drop coming for the US 30, which means that roughly around another 11% fall is brewing for the stock market. So that's still a pretty nasty hit, depending on how far we've already came down in the stock market. That's not a beautiful tone to set. So it's still very far away from being the bottom. But last but not least, I do expect silver to surprise many. It's going to outperform all other metals in my belief, and it'll be a lovely hedge for roughly 108% upside move during this collapse. So I do expect other commodities alike to follow. So if you guys are not a silver fan or cannot trade silver particularly, there are other assets that could possibly move to the upside, and you will need to do your research to find that out. But other than that, these are the few that I'm going to go over. If you guys have any questions, please always comment below or find us on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at CSWXG. That's C Swag. You guys always say CS, it's C Swag. But feel free, give us a follow. We'd be glad to give you an answer. As always, the Discord link will be in the bio of this video. It costs nothing but a click and a few seconds to join. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe for more content. Thank you. This was C Swag from Alertigo Plus. You guys have a great day.